Hey Lego fans! Welcome to another edition of This Old Lego Brick. Today I'm going to show you my expanded Spider-Man Web Warriors Ultimate Bridge Battle. It is set number 76057. And I expanded it to fit into my Lego city. Let's go ahead and give it a spin. As you see, I have a lot of action going on here. And it's not just the bridge, but I have a couple other Lego sets that I've incorporated into this section, which in turn is placed in my city. But let me tell you about the set first and how I modified it. The first thing I had to do was expand the road and have it match all of my other roads in the town. This wasn't too much trouble. I did have to build slightly different. What I did first is I built the entire set, and then I decided to take portions apart and then restructured and rebuilt. I also had to elevate it. So it is actually a little bit taller than the original set. And by widening it, I also had to make a few slight adjustments. Let me show you some of the details. One of the main things I wanted to do, since my city is playable, I wanted to leave a lot of the play features. So we have the trap door. However, instead of leading to a webbed cage, it leads into an oncoming train. So that would not be good for anybody who survived that fall. Second, I left the breakaway part here. I thought this was an awesome play feature, and I wanted to leave it in. So I did. Also left the exploding walls here, but I made some slight changes from the original design, and they do work on both sides. I did not incorporate the net feature, nor did I incorporate the feature what pushes the person from the ledge here. I do have it built, and I will later modify it to where you can slip your finger in or under to kind of push that mechanism that pushes off the ledge there, pushes the minifig off the ledge. Down here, I incorporated a lot of the stickers and a lot of the details that came with the bridge, plus adding a few of my own. And there's a little hint of a radioactive spider. Maybe that's the spider that bit Spider-Man that ultimately gave him his powers. One of the other modifications I made was I centered the tower. Rather than having it slightly askew. This posed a little bit of a problem just because the set came with an odd number of these pieces. The 1x4s with the jumpers on either end. Came with 15, and I needed one more. So I hope you guys don't notice this out of place one right here. And I did kind of connect them You can see this one right here. But let's turn to the back. See all the little details there. In the back, I combined several existing sets and then made a few of my own vignettes. Give this section a little bit more character. This set you see immediately is the 2014 Police Dog Unit set, number 60048. I made a few modifications to it. Put it on a pier for one. The other one I have is a more recent set, Crooks Island. And that's set 60131. Changed a little bit of the dock, but I left a lot of the better play features. Not too much room. I did want it to face the other way, and I might change directions later on, but I think it's fine right now. Also hid a little place here. Keep it safe. Now this is built on one large gray base plate, and it makes my city sectional and somewhat modular, where I can swap and switch sections around. And so this part right here would go up to an edge of another section. Now I'm in the process of elevating my town, and so yes, my street starts up at this height. I have a couple of vignettes right here. I wanted to make it a little bit of a walkway or overhang. I wanted to leave a little bit of room because you can see there's not a lot of space here. So I came up with just a little design here for the gates. Kind of allows it to push it up there without having to take up extra space that would leave my minifigures cramped. Oh, I discovered a weak section. Gotta fix that. Overall though, it is fairly sturdy. On this side, I have someone taking a picture of the action. She's excited to see it. Here's another fisherman. There's a little worm in his bucket. He's ready to get some of that fish, but I don't think he wants to get any of these. And then I have a couple policemen here, getting ready to that major sting operation to finally clamp down and capture these crooks. You have another policeman down here. This is from an old monster set that I slightly modified. Monster fighter set, I should say. And these guys are going to try to escape, but they first got to fix the engine. Oh no. There's Beaver Bill. Good old boy. All right, let's take one last look. Here's a few things behind. You can see that it has a trash bike, some frying pan. Oh, guy, poor hiker that got lost. I hope that doesn't happen to this guy. Or maybe this is the future outcome of that guy. Who knows? But I did want a little bit of a junk area, just like you might see in a real city. There's industrial waste and some other trash. I try not to put too much detail in here. Too much overcrowdedness sort of takes away from it. So I hope I got it just right. It is a little more overcrowded for than my taste. I do like kind of nice, clean, but purpose-filled. And here we got Spider-Man battling and his allies, battling his arch nemesis. Now let's check it out and see what it looks like in my city. And here it is, connected to my elevated parts of the city. A little bit of a mess, you'll have to forgive me. It's next to the detective office and my elevated subway station underneath, and my newly finished police station, which I'll do a separate video on that soon. Elevated that. And right now it just backs up to this street section here. I hope to extend it and build a little bit canal, especially after I elevate these sections in the city. Now I was asked in a previous video to make a video about how to build a great city. Well, I don't know, I'm not there yet. My city still needs a lot of work, but I think that is the point. You know, my city has evolved, it's changed from one modular building to the next. And so my first advice would be is to start small. Get your pieces together. You don't have to have a big, grand, mock modular building. You can just start with one section. And that's how I'm doing when I'm elevating this city. I'm doing it section by section. And you don't have to have a modular set. I didn't have one when I first started. I borrowed from some of the instructions I found online of some of the modular sets that I liked, and then gathered as many pieces as I possibly could from my collection. And my son and I sat down and we kind of built a shopping center. And that shopping center became a shopping center and an apartment. And when we finally did get the Grand Emporium, I changed it to a history museum. And I still have it built. I need to redesign it a little bit and update it and put it in my town. But start small. I mean, even if you have enough pieces for a small, skinny building like this, that's a great start. And the best thing about the modular buildings is that if you build them that way, you can start off with a single floor and a roof, the next move to the next one, and then when you get enough pieces, move on to the top. So don't be afraid to start. Don't be afraid to start small and change things around. So anyway, till next time, happy building. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. And if you have, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it.